No, sir. What the? How do mistakes like this even leave the factory? Like, look at that. Are you serious? What the heck is up, you guys? Animated Heroes here, back with another one. This time bringing you the Bring Arts Kai. For those of you who don't know, it is a 6-inch version of Play Arts Kai figures, only a whole lot better in certain aspects. Now, I know I started the video out with a mistake, but hey, that was just for comical purposes. This figure is a very interesting figure, and that's why I've definitely got to talk to you guys about it. But like I said, this is me bringing you the Bring Arts Kai 6-inch version of Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. Yes, I know, the game that we've probably been waiting for what seems like forever. It's been 15 years and it feels like it's about 30, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the figure after we get into one important aspect. Now for that sexy packaging, as you guys know, I always show. And I mean, it's just kind of standard. Nothing too cool about it, but it's interesting. You got Disney up here at the top. Bring Arts Kai logo right there. Sora Kingdom Hearts 3 right there. Bring Arts Kai 6-inch figure right there. Warning for ages 15 and up. If you're any younger, you don't need these. More cool logos on the side. Bring Arts Kai right there. Bring Arts Kai again, and no photos on the side, unfortunately. Whole bunch of Japanese stuff I can't read, and since this box is huge, I gotta move my camera up just a little bit, and there is some shots you can get the figure in. And I mean, it's not some dynamic shots. It's actually one thing I really like about the box, the fact that they didn't put it in a whole lot of action poses. They just took some regular shots of these, and surprisingly they look good. And of course they're edited and stuff like that, but it's awesome just the fact that they didn't go out of their way to do a whole bunch of photoshopping on dynamic images and stuff, which SH Figure Arts normally does. I don't fault them for that. It sells the stuff, but this is cool, just something a little bit casual on the box. But anyway, with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. Now, first things first, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. This figure is awesome. And I know this because I've opened it up and played with it already before I did this. Normally, I just do my review straight out of the box. But this guy is awesome, man. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'll show you some of the aspects of it in just a sec. But I will show you his height real quick. He stands right at about 5.5 inches, a little bit over if you count to the top of his hair, but he's definitely under 6 inch, which is cool because he's a kid, so he's not supposed to be that tall. And of course, I'll show you guys some size comparisons a little bit later on, but looks awesome in your collection. That's one thing I can say. And he does look awesome posed next to some of the rest of your 6-inch figures. Now with that said, let's go ahead and check the articulation out real quick. Now, articulation wise, he looks up about that much. Head kind of comes off easily. As you guys can see, I just rolled it off there like that. It's weird. The head is on like this flat peg. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before, but goes back on easily. As you can see, he can look down about that much, which is extremely good. Head can move around pretty well on there. You can tilt it to the side just a little bit, and I mean, it works. He does have a diaphragm joint. He does have a waist joint, and you can turn him however you want. Arms go up about that much, which is extremely good. And I'm sure some of you want to know, by the way, you do have to wedge this kind of back in there to get it in place, but maybe it's just mine, but my left arm comes off pretty easily. And as you guys saw at the beginning of the video, paint job sucks right there, and that's one of the issues that I have, but I'll talk about the issues in just a sec. He does have a swivel right here. Not double jointed elbows, but I mean, it works. It's I want to say it's a single joint, but it does work. No swivel right there at the end, but you can turn his hands however you want to, move them in however much you want, and I mean, it works. Now for the hands, since this is different, I'll show it. This is a huge peg, and I don't think you have to worry about it breaking, but when you put the hands on there, you can't just slide them on. Well, the fist will slide on simply because, I mean, they came in the package and it's already stretched enough, but you kind of just twist it, that's what she said. Anyway, you kind of just twist it on there and it'll go, but it works pretty well. Now, as everyone knows that has seen this figure, or at least seen a review on it, this right here is a separate piece, so it kind of just moves around in there, but his legs are extremely impressive. They can go out that much each, which is extremely awesome. Go forward that much, pretty good. Go back up, I haven't seen that happen, but they don't go back very far pretty much, so there you go. Now the knees are kind of weird. It kind of reminds me of those $6 figures that you used to get when you were a kid. They work, I give them that. It doesn't look bad. I mean, like I said, it works. It looks okay to me. I don't know how other people will feel about it, but it doesn't bother me. Now, no swivel right there, but his foot, this piece is kind of stiff where it moves down, and it's kind of worrisome. At first, it was for me, definitely, but it can go up and down pretty well, and he has really good ankle pivot. That is one of the best things about this figure. The ankle pivot is just awesome. So articulation wise, I will say that he's good, and this is one thing I showed off in my live stream for those of you who saw it. But one thing this figure can do that I'm extremely impressed with is if you pose him right, hopefully I can get it on camera. I gotta get it now. He can hold this pose. It's probably because of this Dio that I got him on. But, yeah, you bastard. He doesn't want to stand. But, he can hold this pose. I promise you guys. It's extremely cool. But, yeah, there it goes. He's holding it. Awesome. It'll probably fall. But, yeah, he can hold that. Now, accessory-wise, he comes with his standard smiling face. You need that for Sora because Zora's always smiling. He comes with 2 fist hands, just like every single action figure should. He comes with 2 open palm hands, relaxed, which I dig these. All these hands look great, I will say that. Sculpt's great, and even the paint on these are pretty good, which is a surprise. But he comes with 2 trigger hands, and while I'm showing you guys these, I will go ahead and show the guns and how they go on. Here are the guns, and surprisingly mine look amazing. I saw some people's whose kind of suck, but the guns look extremely huge, and I'm pretty sure some of you are wondering, oh, how does that go on? But you just pretty much slide it on, and it goes on just like that. I don't think the camera caught that. One more time. See, just goes on easily. So it works. He holds them. It's not going anywhere. They did really good with that, and I also like this chain that they added. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's awesome. And last but not least, he comes with his gripping hands, for hands anyway, and this one is for the keyblade. You can hold it in either hand, and once again, I had it in the right, so that's the one I'm going to put it on. But it seems like it's stiff, but it's not. You just, oh, I turned it too much. It was already on there. But it'll go right on there, as you guys can see, and it's fine. Works perfectly. That's one thing I give it to him. Most of the execution on this figure, and by most, I mean about 90%, they did well. And by the way, the Keyblade, since I'm showing it, it's not his normal Keyblade. I'm guessing it's one of the newer ones. I don't recognize this one, but I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and Chain of Memories and all that, so guys, I'm not caught up. I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and I played Chain of Memories on SD when I was a kid, so I'm not caught up. Don't judge me. Now, for his last accessory, he comes with a Frowning Face, which is awesome, just the fact that they included that. It does have a little bit more intense, I guess, shading on the hair, or paint. I'll just say paint work. It's not necessarily shading, but there's a whole lot more highlights of yellow, and mine doesn't look bad. I saw some that looked bad, but mine looks great. So overall, my figure is pretty good, but I'll show my issues just a little bit later. Keep watching. Moving right on. Now, he does come with this stand, which is cool, but it sucks ass. And I mean horribly. I'm sorry, y'all, but this is just terrible. The stand itself looks good, but it doesn't bend at all. And this is so stiff. I know it's a real soft plastic, like softer than SH Figure Arts and Figma. I know that if I bend this, it's gonna break. So this stand is kind of useless. I don't know if it's got anything to do with weathering or just how it's put together, but this isn't gonna bend. So I pulled this out just for the simple fact I was gonna show it to you guys, but it's going right back in the package because this is a waste of time. So yeah, don't get your hopes up about this thing. Terrible. Now for some size comparisons, here he is standing next to the Mafex Dawn of Justice Batman versus Superman, Ben Affleck Batman, and Henry Cavill Superman. And I mean, he looks like he's definitely in scale and compatible with both of them. Next up, here he is standing next to the SH Figure Arts Itachi and the SH Figure Arts Naruto from Naruto Shippuden. And in my opinion, it kind of looks like Itachi should be a little bit taller, but not like I'll be posing these two together anyway. But I think he definitely is the right size when it comes to him standing next to Naruto, though. Last but not least, here he is standing next to Coast Space Ghost, one of my most favorite figures. Now, my final thoughts on this figure are that it's awesome. Like, it really is awesome. But I have very few issues, and it's only two, actually. It's this right here. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if that's just chipped off paint or what, but I don't know how that happens. And last is this one right here. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. I hope you can. It's black paint on the red part of the hood. Like, come on, man. You guys have one job. One job. How does this even leave the factory? I just don't understand that. Like, I know whoever painted this saw that smudge there and probably could have quickly went right back over it and finished it. But whatever. I don't know. Other than that, the figure is great. It feels like an SH Figure Arts all the way until you get down to the knee joints, actually. So I would say, especially for their first attempt, I believe, at making a 6-inch figure, it's definitely worth it. If I were you guys, I would definitely buy it. I would rate this figure probably with my issues, I would say a 8.5 out of 10. I have seen people who have worse issues, so yeah, it just kind of depends on which one you get, but mine, like I said, 8.5. Definitely a good figure. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, pick it up. There's no reason for you not to. Don't hold off on this guy, because I honestly feel like once it sells out in Japan, you're not going to be able to find it because it's not on eBay. I haven't seen it on Amazon. The only site I saw that was even getting it in stock in America was MH Toy Shop, which is closing down for you guys that don't know. So get on Nippon. If you guys want the link, I will leave the link in the description below. Pick up this figure, and as always, give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would also appreciate that. Like this video simply because it's an action figure and you guys are here for action figures. And as always, I'll talk to you guys later. Get this figure, enjoy it, play Kingdom Hearts 3 when it comes out in 2020. Peace.